Arturo Modelo and the Miami Hurricanes are here in the college football playoff. After 2 seasons at Coastal Carolina, Modelo has transferred to Miami, where the Hurricanes at 9-4 have won the ACC and are going to the college football playoff for the first time in program history. Today, we will go through the playoff and we'll see if Modelo can win his first career national title. Now, before we get started, I would like to point out, after I recorded the last episode, there was some kind of issue with the save file, and unfortunately, most of Modelo's junior season did not save. Ever since ACC play onwards, none of those games saved. So what I had to do was I had to force win all of those games for the correct winners. Obviously, we went 6-2 in conference play. Instead of playing Georgia Tech in the conference championship, it has us playing Clemson. And Modelo's stats are all different, which is not ideal. So what we're going to do is we are going to count the stats from the games that we played in the last episode for his final stats through his career. So basically, these are actually what his numbers look like so far. I showed this after the final regular season game. On the bottom, those are the stats, including the ACC championship game. And now we can get ready for the college football playoff. So now the big question is, will we get a first round bye? Which might seem a little bit odd for a team that's 9-4, lost to New Mexico, lost to Central Michigan, but the top 4 ranked conference champions get first round byes, and obviously we are a conference champion. Also, something else I found interesting, it says that I've graduated, which is a little bit odd because I'm only a junior. I guess Modelo has only taken 2.5 years to graduate, which is pretty impressive. I thought you needed a GPA of at least 3.7 each year within the game, or an average of 3.7 to graduate within 3 seasons. We definitely did not. I don't think our GPA was ever above 3, so I'm not entirely sure how we graduated, but hey, I am not complaining. I ain't come here to play school. Ja'Cory Brown of UCF wins the Heisman Trophy. As for us, we will not have a first round bye. We are headed to Kansas State to face off against the Wildcats, who are 12-1, the highest ranked at-large team. They lost the Big 12 championship to UCF, but had an undefeated regular season. So in the original save file, for what it's worth, in what was supposed to happen, we also did not get a bye. We were also the 12 seed. We would have played in Norman against Oklahoma. So instead, we're playing against Kansas State to see if we can go to the second round, where we would face off against Wyoming. I feel like that's a pretty good matchup for us. Now, like the original save file, I've been saving up skill points so I can finally upgrade my speed and acceleration. I've been wanting to do that since the start of my sophomore season, and finally, we have enough at 12. I've had other reasons to use the skill points, but since the start of the year, I have been saving these, and I've got enough to do it. So I think the one thing that Modelo's missing is a little bit of speed, a little bit of athleticism, and we're going to get it here by upgrading our quickness, and we only go up by 1 in terms of rating. Acceleration's only up by 2. Speed is only up by 1. I've got to say I'm honestly disappointed. I feel like that's not really worth it. I was expecting like a +3 or 4 boost to speed, not 1. If it was 1, I wouldn't have gotten the quickness. I would have just put those points into route running enhance. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. We're headed to Manhattan, Kansas to face off against the 3rd-ranked Kansas State Wildcats. We're going to play against this team a lot over the next year on EA College Football 25 within the Kansas Dynasty, so I'll tell you what, I'm pretty surprised that the first time we're playing against this team is not in the Kansas series, but rather in the college football playoff with the University of Miami. Nonetheless, it should be fun with Wyoming awaiting the winner of this game in the round of 8. Let's have a day, boys. Let's beat Kansas State and keep the train rolling. The Wildcats march down the field immediately, scoring a quick touchdown. So already, we've got some early work to do, as it is a 3rd and 2 for the offense at around midfield. Modelo in motion. He'll get the ball for the first time today on the pitch. Tries to get some space, and he does. It's a gain of 3, but it will go for a first down. 3rd and 1, it is a run play, and they do not get it. The offense will stall. 4th and 1, past the 50. You could make the argument to go for it and be aggressive, especially for a team who's won 5 games in a row against some good squads, but we would punt it, and the defense would allow a quick touchdown. So after the first quarter, we're already down 14-0. I've only gotten the ball once. This is a disaster so far. We have 3 passing yards. The run game has been atrocious. The passing game has been atrocious. The offense has got to wake up. 2nd and 9. Adam Matthews lobs it up, and it is broken up, incomplete. He still only has 1 completion, and that was to me behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, up the middle. I'm open. And there's a 1st down. It's a gain of around 12. I recognize being one of the stars of this offense, I've got to step up here in the big moment, just like I did in the ACC Championship last episode. But still, no block, no rock. The problem is I'm barely getting the rock anyway, because it seems like we're only running the ball, and it's really not working. We've got to change up the offensive game plan. The defense allows another touchdown, and we are losing 21-0. This game is spiraling out of control fast. Everybody on the roster is playing horribly. The pass game, the run game, the defense. I feel like I've just got to get the ball as much as possible to try to save us as I make a really nice move. That goes for a 1st down. I now have all 28 yards through the air. Matthews still has not completed a pass to anybody other than me as I haul in the screen. Loss of a yard. Matthews isn't really looking anybody else's way at this point because nobody else is getting open. 2nd and 11. Quick throw for yours truly. I get around 4 or 5. 5 catches, 33 yards. That's only 6 yards per reception. Up the middle, another 1st down for me. I'm not even calling the ball that often. I'm just the only guy who has any semblance of space from the defensive back. 2nd and 5. Nice play there to the sideline. My 7th catch of the first half. Let's see if the offense can finally get on the board. I've got space open, but it is broken up in the secondary. The pass is underthrown. 2nd and 10, once again, it looks like I've got space, and it is incomplete again. I was in the end zone, but Matthews misses the throw. As bad as the other receivers have been, quarterback Adam Matthews has not done any favors. On 3rd down, up the middle, there we go! Touchdown, Miami! It's Modelo time for the 10th time this year. My first career double-digit touchdown season, and our offense needed this badly, being down 21-0. We have laid a complete egg as a team. I feel like I'm the only guy who's been awake. So I'm able to haul this one in for the score. And hey, a blind squirrel finds an egg. Rome was not built in a day. We've got to start somewhere. 21-7. I've already got 8 for 67 in a score as the defense allows a field goal. You know what? Progress. Not a good defensive possession, but we didn't allow 7. Up the middle, another catch that goes for a 1st down. My 9th catch of the half. I'm the only guy the quarterback is looking for. Here to the right side. That one is somehow hauled in for a 1st down. Around 40 seconds to go. I feel like if we can make it a 2-score game here before half, we might not be in that bad of a spot. Starting with it on offense. Up the middle, another 1st down. I've got 11 catches for 111 yards and a touchdown. That's a lot of ones. Here, looking for the 1st down marker. I get it. Pushed out of bounds again, stopping the clock. But there's not much time left here in this first half. Looking downfield, I've got space. And once again, I'm out of bounds, stopping the clock. 12 seconds left now. 3rd and inches up the middle. It's broken up, incomplete. I feel like that drive went well, though. We should be able to kick the field goal. You can make the argument of going for it, but being that we start with the ball in the second half, I honestly really don't hate kicking it here. And so it's 24-10 going into the second half. It really feels like it's been a one-man show so far. I know that Adam's numbers look pretty good. I feel like he really hasn't played well. He's missed some throws. The run game has been pretty blah. And then in the receiving game, I have 13 catches already for 133. The rest of the team has 2 catches for 18 yards. Nobody else is getting open. The defense, meanwhile, has been the Achilles heel of the team. As bad as everybody on the offense has been, the defense has been worse. Our team is not playing well. But if we can figure it out here on this drive, I think we can get back in the game. And it is incomplete. Not ideal. So that one is going to force a punt. The offense got nothing there. Defense, can you wake up for me? Okay, we got the stop. Finally, we might be in business. It's still a 2-score game. The door is cracked open, but it's open. It's going to be another screen for me. I don't have much space. There was only one guy to block, and there were 2 defenders in the area. Not a very good play design. 2nd down now after nothing on the screen. Again, right back to me. And it's a gain of around 5 or 6. So that'll make it a 3rd and 4 here. Up the middle. I feel like I've got space. Quarterback looks elsewhere. And finally, one of the other receivers makes a nice play. It only took us like 2.5 quarters. Better late than never, though. This time I do have space on the screen. I feel like I could have turned that into a bigger play if I hit the hole quicker, but I still get the first down. Another third down now, this time 3rd and 2. We don't want a field goal on this drive. We need 7. I'm open. Quick first down, breaking the tackle, and I have it to around the 20. I have 17 catches. That is a career high with still a quarter to go. On 2nd down, we get a couple there on the ground, and that'll wrap up the 3rd. We don't really make much of a change to the score. It's 24-10, but we're moving it pretty well. We've got the ball close to the red zone. I think there's a chance. It's a small chance, but it's a chance. I feel like the offense really has to run through me, though, being that I've really been the only guy who's doing anything. So it's going to be a pitch here to the right side. I'll get the first down, juking away from the defense, and I walk it in for the touchdown. It's Modelo time for a 2nd time today. More importantly, it is a 1-score game. Arturo Modelo continues to be the engine for this team. I know 18 catches seems like a lot. I'm really not trying to call for the ball that much. It's just that nobody else is open, and the quarterback wants to get the ball out quick. I'm the only one open, so he's consistently throwing it my way. Defense, I beg. Okay, Kansas State gets a field goal, so it is a 2-score game now, but the deficit sits at 10. Problem is, the Wildcats took a lot of time off the clock there. We've got to move fast here with around 4 to go. 2nd and 11. That's going to be a loss of yards on the screen. And now we've got a 3rd and 14. I feel like I've got to make a big play here sooner rather than later. Out route, first down. When in doubt, send Arturo on the out. Call me Dr. Seuss. First down, Miami. Up the middle, Modelo again with another first down. My 20th catch of the game. I literally am the offense today. This was not supposed to happen, but this is the only way we have a chance to win the game. We've got to continue to move quick, though, with it being a 2-score deficit. I'm open downfield. Quarterback goes elsewhere, and we do get a pretty big play, a first down. Got to keep it moving, though. Keep the pace going quickly. From the 26 now. I'm kind of open downfield, but he gets sacked. Big loss of yardage. 2nd and 19 now. Again, downfield, I've got space. Quarterback sends it elsewhere, and we get around 7. That'll make it a 3rd and 12. Got to get this play here. I don't want to kick a field goal. We need 7 here. To the sideline, yes! Another first down for Arturo Modelo, 21 for 206. Following play, short throw caught by one of my teammates. He gets it inside the 5. Love to see it. We are on the goal line, and we can bring the lead to 3. 1st and goal, wide open for the score. It's a hat trick. My 3rd touchdown of the game. I deserve to do the pose. Given my performance today, I'm putting the team on my back. Call me Greg Jennings. 27-24. Defense, I beg. The defense struggled in the first half, but they've been a lot better in the second half. And after trailing 21-0, we've got a chance, largely in part by me. This is where I would normally give my teammates some credit. I don't know if there's any that deserve it. I'll give the defense credit if they get a stop, though. 22 for 209 and free touchdowns. Holy cow. I wanted to watch the defensive possession, but unfortunately I can't go into Super Sim slow mode, which is stupid. Penalty, it looks like we went for the onside kick, didn't get it. So Kansas State quickly gets it in the red zone, and they will score a fast touchdown. So we'll get the ball right back. But the deficit is back at 10. Now we have even less time, and once more, we've got to move fast. First down, up the middle, I'm open. Quarterback sends it elsewhere, and that will go for a first down, but we've got to move fast. And I want to hold on to these timeouts, assuming we don't recover the onside kick. Give the defense a chance to help us win the game. I'm open, quickly going out of bounds, my 23rd catch of the day. Yes, you heard me correctly, my 23rd. Looking to get in motion here to the right side, trying to fool the defense. I'm lined up on the right side of the field. Normally I'm towards the left. Looks like I'm open once again, but the quarterback is sacked. So I ended up going no huddle rather than calling the timeout. I think in hindsight that was a mistake. On 2nd and long, we get around 5, and we will use our first timeout. So now we're putting our eggs in the basket of get the touchdown, get the onside kick, get another touchdown. They took me out for 3rd down. Okay. And now it is 4th and quite long. It looks like Matthews ended up getting sacked. So this is for the game, and it is caught well shy of the sticks, and that will do it. Kansas State is moving on to the next round of the college football playoff. Miami goes 1-0. and done. I have a lot of feelings about this game, and they're not positive ones. The biggest thing I can say, though, is that I individually played well. I think that is kind of an understatement. I was really the only guy on the entire roster who showed up. Finishing with 23 catches, 224 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 23 receptions ties the all-time FBS record for most catches in a game. And we did it in a playoff game, no less. In a game where nobody else on the team showed up, we, as a wide receiver, were able to scratch and claw this deficit to be within 10. I thought the quarterback played bad. His numbers are going to look good, but I think that was more so a product of me being open the entire time. The receivers were bad. The run game was bad. The offensive line was bad. The defense was bad. I don't want to be the person who's like, oh, I'm the only reason why the team was in it today. But as you can tell by the numbers, I'm the only reason why the team was in it today. So because of that, I've got some questions about my potential standing here at Miami going into next year. When I entered the transfer portal last offseason, I did it with the intention of always staying here. But now I'm not so sure. Interestingly, my longest play was 17 yards. I wasn't able to go downfield. I had to stay near the line of scrimmage so the quarterback could actually have an open receiver. I also had 0 drops. Despite all those targets and all those catches, I did not drop the ball one time. And I feel like the most unfortunate thing about this is, with all due respect to Wyoming, I feel like we could have beaten them pretty easily in the second round. So with that, we are going to do some simulating. We're going to talk with our academic advisor, and she says I've dropped the ball a bit in the classroom. Ironic, considering I just caught 23 passes without a single drop. I guess all the drops are being saved for class. UCF ends up winning the title, so as I kind of expected, Wyoming got blasted by Kansas State. They lose to Texas, and Texas loses to Central Florida in the championship. So our path would have been Wyoming, Texas, UCF. Would have been challenging, but I think at the bare minimum we would have gotten to 4. So these are my actual final stats for the season, factoring in the ACC championship and this game, finishing with 99 catches somehow. And now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for my senior season. So in the Dragons franchise, Modelo was 22 years old when he got drafted. That means he probably was in school for 4 years. So realistically, we're going to have one more season. So the interesting thing with Miami is that they're not even promising us a starting job. What? I'm confuzzled. And as I back out here, it says I'm wide receiver 6. Now, I won't be the 6th receiver if I return because 2 of the guys ahead of me are seniors. But still, the principle of battling back for my job, I'm the whole reason why we had a chance to beat Kansas State. And now you're not going to promise me the starting spot? I feel like this was disrespectful. I wanted to stay at Miami for the rest of my collegiate career. But now that I've graduated, I can enter the transfer portal as a graduate transfer and not lose any eligibility. I wanted to follow up the story from the Dragon series by having Modelo go to Miami, just like the actual series. But given how today's episode has gone, with how piss poor of an effort we had in the college football playoff, followed by the team not even promising me a starting spot, I don't feel like I'm in a good spot with the Miami program at all. I feel completely offended, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think we should transfer out for our senior season and rewrite history, or should we settle our differences, go back to Miami, make sure we're high up on the depth chart? I do think we would be a starter pretty quickly. It's not even that I'm worried about not being on the field. It's just the principle of battling for my starting spot after what I've done for this program this year. So again, I want to hear what you guys have to say down below for my senior season, the 5th and most likely final episode of the Arturo Modelo Road to Glory. I hope everybody enjoyed, though, nonetheless. I know it was kind of a quicker episode. I was definitely planning for more than one game, but things happen. Make sure to leave a like, though, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.